Estevao Willian was not given the ball properly, like consistently, in order for him to actually show what he can do in the match between Chelsea and Crystal Palace. Now, as we all know, the English Premier League season has just commenced, and every club has actually played their first match of the season. And with some performances that went round through the matches, we can see a glimpse of what we are to expect in this new season. Now, talking about Chelsea FC, Chelsea FC was held to 1-0 draw by Crystal Palace, and in that match, I feel Chelsea was actually sluggish in actually pushing the attack. Now, I don't know if I would say because the players are actually having fatigue or something, or because they've actually not had proper rest due to the Club World Cup and all that. Nobody knows. But the thing is, it is what it is. Now, the season has commenced and they've got no excuse. They have to do whatever they have to do to make sure they finish the season in a high note, because nobody's actually going to give them any holiday anymore. Now, in the match, the Crystal Palace defense were actually compact. They actually didn't, want any penetration, and Chelsea didn't actually push, consistently to actually get into the 18-yard box or do something spectacular. Now, when Estevao Willian came into the match, we actually saw that he was actually giving some, good performances and all that, but he lacked the ball. The midfielders were not actually sending the ball forth for him. Caicedo and Santos were not feeding him properly, in the game, and he actually did not show what he can do extensively. Even though the few times he was given the ball, he showed us that, oh, I can actually do something with it. So I feel in that match, if they had strategized in looking for a way to actually give him the ball to actually do some of his trick, and get the ball to Kopama and Liam Delap, some a goal would have actually come through. But that is actually what we lacked in that particular match. And another thing is a wonderful performance from Josh Archimpong. Yes, he actually did marvelously well. That's a young lad that is actually trying to show his mark. You can imagine how he handled Mateta, with the hugeness of Mateta, and whatever, the aggression of Mateta. As a young lad, he actually did very well. Kudos to him. So it was a wonderful performance for the young lad Josh Achimpong, and considering the fact that a lot of Chelsea defenders are actually on injury, Levi Colwill, Tosin Adarabioyo, so it's actually a good one. At least they tried not to concede a goal, even though the free kick by Ibericheze was actually cancelled due to a few meters that Maguire was, while the free kick was being taken. But so to say, generally it was an entertaining match. Just that Chelsea did not push the attack properly. They did not press, knowing fully well that Crystal Palace is a compact team. So I expected that they would have actually prepared to actually know how to break that defense. So now moving on to Manchester United versus Arsenal FC. Now it was a fierce match, and Manchester United is a team that I actually want to come back to their winning ways. Their those times that they've actually been doing great and all that. They want to actually be seen as a as a big club once again. And they actually played very well in that match. To my mind, I feel Manchester United played better than Arsenal FC. It was just that Arsenal were so lucky enough to get the early goal, and held on to it. But talking about the pressing and the pushing forward, Manchester United actually did a great job, but they couldn't finish it up by giving a goal for themselves. And Kunha was actually superb in that match. I left to me, Kunha was actually the man of the match. He did exceptionally well, was actually pushing the defenders, giving them issues continuously and all that, and it was a good performance too by Brandon Bomo. But sometimes I wonder why Benjamin Sesko was actually kept for a long time before coming in, and even when he came into the match, he was not fed the ball properly. A young lad like Benjamin Sesko that actually has the height and has the aggression. I felt him coming in, they would have actually placed the balls to his strength, which is high. up there, but they were not feeding him. They were just, I think at a point he was isolated when he came into the match, so he didn't have much impact in the match. Unlike Victor Gyökeres that started the match, even though it was just a few flickers, it didn't actually, impact the match that much. But it's actually their, first competitive match coming into the English Premier League. So we'll see, what they have for us in the season. So it's too early to judge. We don't know if they would have a good start or not. So, and in the part of Liverpool FC, Hugo Ekitike actually commenced his Premier League season with a goal. Congratulations to him. So he has actually, kept the ground running. And when he was interviewed after the match, he said that the Premier League is so intense that he has confirmed it by himself, that even at the 60 something minutes he actually felt so heavy in his leg that he had to be subbed off. So he has actually confirmed that the Premier League is so intense. So for you to actually succeed in the Premier League, you have to be aggressive and you have to be extremely strong and sharp. So, but congratulations to him for getting his goal. And Mo Salah for breaking the record, 10 consecutive seasons, 10 seasons in which he has actually scored in the opening game for Liverpool. That's good. Liverpool actually commenced with a winning, Manchester City a winning, Chelsea a draw, Manchester United a loss, and Arsenal a win. So it was, congratulations to those that won and those that drew and those that lost. It is just the commencement of the season, so let's see what you have for us. So in general, I hope everyone is actually excited that the English Premier League season is here again. I am excited and I hope you're excited. What do you think about the first matches that has been played, the first match of the English Premier League of the 2025-2026 season? What do you think? Tell me in the comment section, and don't forget to like, comment, and share this video, and make sure you follow and subscribe too, so as for you to actually be one of the first people to see these kind of videos when I post them. So for now, see you in our next video. Bye.